Log into gyroscopeme.com, the hottest online radio station in the world. GS Radio all day, all night, worldwide. Powered by Gyroscope Media Group, LLC.
GS Radio, the best internet radio station worldwide. Providing the best in music and talk shows. Go to www.gsradionj.com and check out the best internet station in the world. You're listening to GS Radio Internet Radio Station powered by GMG, LLC.
Radio. Let's get to it, man. The college football playoffs are set. Let's break down what took place with the college football championship week that took place last week. The main games were the Big 12 championship game. Arizona State beat Iowa State 45-19. Arizona State is in the postseason. They have a first round bye, so that's good for them. Congrats to Arizona State having a first round bye. It's a game changer, man. We see first round byes in the college football playoffs. So let's get into that. We'll get to that in a few. Break down the bracket. Also, you had a great game between Georgia and Texas. The Georgia number 5 team in the country beat Texas in the 19 team in the country, 22-19 in overtime. Game-winning walk-off touchdown by Etienne. Trevor Etienne, 4 yards out to win in overtime. And a lot of injuries, key injuries to Carson Beck. He got hurt in this game. Hurt his shoulder, and he had an injury, so Gunnar Stockton had to come in from the bench in place of him. So we'll see moving forward how Carson Beck gonna look as the injury is throwing on. As it shows his throwing on was injured. So we're gonna see how he recuperates and gets ready whenever they play. So they got a first round bye as well as a result of the win against Texas. Also, Oregon remains unbeaten. 13-0. They won the Big Ten championship against Penn State. Give credit to Oregon because it's not easy adjusting to a new conference, playing different opponents that you're not accustomed to playing against, and to see them go from the Pac-12 to the Big Ten and win the Big Ten championship. That's impressive. I'm saying Ohio State didn't win the conference, neither did Michigan. Those are the two big teams out there in the Big Ten, and Oregon was able to handle their business and win 45-37 against Penn State, remain undefeated, and remain number 1 in the country. They got a first round bye as well. So this win, so this is a great conference for Oregon. Obviously, Oregon has a lot of work to do. It's about to do the national championship. And now the real season begins real soon, next Friday coming up. And then you had a thrilling game between Clemson and SMU, as Clemson won a walk-off game-winning field goal from 66 yards. To win 34-31 to clinch a berth in the college football playoff and win the ACC championship game. So, despite the loss, though, SMU is still in the playoff bracket, the college football playoff. So, that's the thing about that. Now, let's look at the bracket, the playoff bracket that's going on right now. Again, you got 4 teams that have first round byes. Or Arizona State, they got a bye. Oregon has a bye. Boise State, who beat UNLV on Friday, 20-10 in the Mountain West championship game. They have a bye. They beat UNLV 21-7, so they have a first round bye as well. Georgia has a bye. So here are the matchups. That's going to be a game changer. You can go to college football forever. And you talk about this coming Friday, the 20th of December. Monumental moment in sports history, especially in college sports and college football, because you got number 10, Indiana, the 10th seeded Indiana Hoosiers against the number 7 seed Notre Dame. That's going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. on ABC ESPN. So that's a game changer because now you're going to have the first ever first round matchup in the postseason from in terms of college football match standpoint. It's a big deal. It's a game changer for television ratings and stuff like that. So this is going to be a huge game. It's going to be a huge rating. It's a history in the making. Never seen like this, nothing like this before, because college football has never done this before. So it expands to 12-team playoff. It had a 4-team playoff for a while, and now it's going into a new era. Even more, it's definitely official when you talk about this kind of situation as far as that's concerned. So that's what it boils down to. So keep your eyes on that. And then you have, that's going to be the lone game on Friday. That's the only game that's going to be played. Then there's going to be a triple header extravaganza. So if you love college football, you're going to enjoy this. You got next Saturday. You got 11th seeded SMU against number 6 seeded Penn State at 12 o'clock noon. That's on TNT Max. And then you got at 4 o'clock on TNT Max, number 12 seeded Clemson against 5th seeded Texas at 4 o'clock p.m. That's next Saturday. That's the second game. Then the last game, the prime time, 9th seeded Tennessee plays at 8th seeded Ohio State, 8 o'clock p.m. next Saturday night on ABC ESPN. So those are going to be monumental matchups. Let's look at who's the favorite. Indiana, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is favored by 7.5 points. Penn State is favored by 8.5 points over SMU. Texas is favored by 11 points. They're 11-point favorite over Clemson. And you got Ohio State is a touchdown favorite, 7 points over against Tennessee. So that's what's going on right now. Those are college football brackets for college football. So that's it for that. Obviously today you have the Heisman Trophy presentation. I think it's gonna go to Travis Hunter. The other players that can possibly win it is quarterback for Oregon, Dylan Gabriel, Cam Ward of Miami, Ashton Jeanty of Boise State, and obviously Travis Hunter. But he's the front runner, Travis Hunter, to win the Heisman this year. So see about that. As far as college football games are concerned, we got Navy 8-3 against number 22 Army. That's a interesting game for love. This kind of matchup. Not my cup of tea, but it comes out at 3 o'clock p.m. on CBS, Paramount Plus, and both these teams have had great seasons. Army is ranked number 22 in the country, 11-1 against Navy 8-3. So 3 o'clock p.m. is the time for that matchup. December 14th is today. Also, you have bowl games going on right now. Believe it or not. Let's look into that. As far as bowl games, you got Jackson State and South Carolina State playing right now in the Cricket Celebration Bowl, and that's going on right now in the third quarter. Jackson State is shutting out South Carolina State at 14-0. South Carolina State has the ball at the 33-yard line of Jackson State, so they're in plus territory. So you got a chance to try to get some points on the board in the second half. They are losing 14-0. We got another bowl game, the IS4S Luther Veterans Bowl. That's on tonight, 9 o'clock at ESPN. South Alabama against Western Michigan. Yeah, that's going to be the bowl game for Veterans Bowl. So the bowl season's already started. It's already off and running. We got on December 17th, we got Memphis versus West Virginia in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. We got December 18th, Wednesday, Western Kentucky James Madison Bowl, Boca Raton Bowl, and we got California UNLV. That's going to be played on Wednesday. 2 bowl games on that day. Western Kentucky James Madison, California UNLV. That's the All Sport LA Bowl. And then on Thursday you got Georgia Southern and Sam Houston and R plus L Carriers League Bowling Bowl. And then next Friday, got a lot of bowl games. big game of all, the playoff game between Indiana and Notre Dame. We got some bowl games next Friday. This coming Friday, December 20th, got Ohio against Jacksonville State, rather. They be playing each other, Jacksonville State. That's going to be in the Cure Bowl. Saturday in the Cure Bowl. And then you got Tulane against Florida at 3:30. And Union home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. And then you have, obviously, the first round game. This is the big game right here. Obviously, Indiana and Notre Dame, 8 o'clock p.m. College football playoff first round. Then December 21st, you got obviously the first round playoff game. You got 3 games. The playoff games, obviously, I explained to that already. SMU, Penn State, Clemson, Texas, and you got Tennessee, Ohio State. Then on Monday, December 23rd, you got the Coastal Carolina against University of Texas, San Antonio. I think that's a nickname. Texas San Antonio. That's the name of the school. It's going to be playing this bowl game against Coastal Carolina. That's the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Northern Illinois Fresno State. That's going to be the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Then you got on Christmas Eve, December 24th, you got one game. South Florida against San Jose State in Hawaii Bowl. December 26th, you got Pittsburgh against Toledo. The game above Sports Bowl. Rutgers and Kansas State will be playing in the Great Bowl. That's on these games are on December 26th. There's no games on Christmas Bowl games. December 27th, on a Friday, you got Oklahoma and Navy, and the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, Birmingham Bowl, Texas Tech, Arkansas, Liberty Bowl, Syracuse, Washington State, and the Holiday Bowl. So a lot of games next Friday after this Friday. USC, Texas A&M, got that bowl going on, Las Vegas Bowl. Then Saturday, December 28th, you got Connecticut against North Carolina in the Fenway Bowl. Boston College in Nebraska in the Pinstripe Bowl. Louisiana, TCU, New Mexico Bowl. And at 3:30, you got Iowa State against Miami, the Pop Tarts Bowl. Snoop Dogg, Arizona Bowl between Miami and Ohio, Colorado State. East Carolina and North Carolina State, the Military Bowl. Alamo Bowl, BYU versus Colorado. Marshall versus Army in Independence Bowl. December 30th, Iowa versus Missouri, Music City Bowl. On New Year's Eve, you got Alabama and Michigan. Eli Quest Bowl. Louisville, Washington, and the Sun Bowl. South Carolina, Illinois, in the Citrus Bowl. LSU in the Texas Bowl. Then you have whoever's going to be playing Boise State. That's going to be the quarterfinals. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Then on New Year's Day, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl is going to be Arizona State against whoever wins whatever matchup in the college football playoff in the first round. They'll play them on New Year's Day. Oregon playing the Rose Bowl against whoever the opponent's going to be. Georgia as well in the Sugar Bowl. Then January 2nd, Duke against Ole Miss. The Gator Bowl, next North Texas against Texas State. The First Responders Bowl. The Mayo Bowl, Minnesota, Virginia Tech. That's on January 3rd. January 4th, Liberty versus Buffalo Bahamas Bowl. And you got to be determined these bowl games, semifinals, and national championship games. So those are the bowl season aspect of games that's going to be coming up. So the bowl season already begun. Obviously, got the cricket celebration bowl, Jackson State versus South Carolina State. Again, right now it's 14-0. South Carolina State has a 4th down at 18 at the Jacksonville 40-yard line. Looks like they're at the front. They're going for it. See what happens with that, but that's the storyline with college football. Also in college football news, obviously the big news, Bill Belichick, maybe the greatest coach ever in the history of the National Football League, 6 Super Bowls, is now coaching in the college football ranks, man. He's a new head coach of North Carolina Tar Heels and signed a 5-year, $50 million contract. So that was a big news this week with Bill Belichick, one of the great coaches of all time in the history of sports. He's now a college football coach. It's going to be very interesting, man, with the transfer portal aspect, with the NIL NIL deals that these student athletes are trying to get with stuff like that, recruiting. How he's gonna handle that. I guess he's gonna have somebody else handle that on his behalf, but it's gonna be a big challenge for Bill Belichick. He could do well, definitely do well. What shot they become a power. I don't think they win that championship, but I think they're gonna be in the midst of being a powerhouse, being a top 10 team because of who he is and what he's about. He's a builder. He's gonna try to do all he can to just build everything in the mold of what Bill Belichick would want his team to look like and play like in the field. So it was shocking to see that he wants to go and coach in college football. Obviously, the football landscape in the NFL wasn't as good. Interesting for him to get a job. Who knows what's going on behind the scenes? But either way, he couldn't get a job in the NFL, so he's going for college. So whatever reason that happened, it happens. But at the same time, he's definitely going to do a great job with North Carolina. I think they're going to definitely be rejuvenated and motivated team. Players going to want to get him, get towards him, and play for him, and be on his side and be on his squad. And already, Bill Belichick got this big time recruit, Bryce Baker, top 100 quarterback. He affirmed his commitment to North Carolina. So that's Bill Belichick's first win. So how these players going to try to do they can to play for him. The question is, are they going to be committed? Meaning that with this transfer portal where players just stay for a while, they're going to stay for the long term. That's what it's about when it comes to that situation. But I see right here, Belichick got a big time recruit already. Bryce Baker. So he's a big time quarterback. So he's gonna be in North Carolina Tar Heel. So that's a big victory for Bill Belichick. Again, when you talk about Bill Belichick, he has a lot of status. He's a lot of great status. You talk about his success in the NFL, winning all these Super Bowls. That's gonna put a barrier in somebody's back who's gonna come and play for Belichick. So the 4-star quarterback Bryce Baker, it solidifies the North Carolina commitment. He will enroll in January. He's applying LSU. He's applying Penn State. He will go to North Carolina. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. Out of Kennersville, North Carolina, East Worcester High. He committed to North Carolina in June before his junior year, and he took a hands-on approach to being the face of the 2025 class. So he's going to be going to North Carolina. So that's a huge, huge deal for Bill Belichick. He's going to be the quarterback while he's there. He also used the highest ranked commitment for North Carolina Baker. He ranks on the 24/7 Sports as 151st overall prospect and 13 quarterback, number 4 player in North Carolina. So this guy has all the goods. He's a great quarterback at the next level. So that's a big victory for him. Again, we're gonna have a very big time recruit class. So definitely, no doubt. He's gonna have a big time recruit class. You get a guy like Bryce Baker because in terms of pedigree, his background, I mean that's what it's about. So that's a huge, huge deal. Keep Bryce Baker, to get him and do the college and bring a lot of people upon on board. Be the big future for this league, for the ACC, and for North Carolina, just to see him commit himself to North Carolina shows that the Bill Belichick name is going to let a lot of players in North Carolina all over the place want to go play for Bill Belichick because of what he stands for, what he's about, the championships that he's won. That makes a difference. When you win Super Bowls, you can capable of winning championships in the college level. You're definitely capable. You just gotta get the right pieces behind you and around you. You got a chance. So I think from that perspective, I just think that Bill Belichick will do a great job. But the challenge is transfer portal. Again, players come and go. NIL deals. They sign that letter of intent. Yes, it's all good, but are they going to stay committed to that long term? So we'll see about that. So that was big news with Bill Belichick becoming head coach this past week, and also big news that the prize quarterback recruit Bryce Baker, he he was locking in to commit himself to North Carolina. So he's going to be a North Carolina Tar Heel. Also, and there's a quote that he just explained how he was going to run it like an NFL place. He knows there's differences in college or in the NFL, but he will have that next level of accountability he's going to hold the team to. I think this is from Bill Belichick. Here's a quote from him. I don't know if it's coming from the quarterback. There's a quote that I just read. Yeah, I think it comes from Baker. He said, I asked all the hard questions I wanted, asked a lot of serious questions, but not just about me, but playing for the team and recruiting. He said, I asked him about his plans to change the coach at North Carolina. He just explained how he was going to run it like an NFL place. He knows there's differences in college and the NFL, but he will have that next level of accountability he's going to hold the team to. I think that's going to help the coaching shift. So that's a quote from Baker. Yeah, so yeah, he's going to definitely run it like an NFL team, NFL place, like a professional football league. You know. Also, on-3 industry had Chad Baker as the nation's number 10 quarterback, number 93 prospect overall. Through 40 touchdowns and just 5 interceptions. He ranked 11 finalists. Had a terrific senior season. So completed 75% of his passes. So, yeah, look out for North Carolina, man. They're gonna be a force to be reckoned. And the thing is about the ACC in general, he brings a lot of credibility to the ACC because you look at the ACC, how many great coaches are in the ACC? Besides Dabo Swinney, who's won championships, national championships, and obviously won a lot of ACC championships. But outside of him, who's really great? Barry Cristobal is not a great coach. For Miami, he still got a lot of work to do. So when you look at Bill Belichick, his stature, his accomplishment, things that he's done, I mean, that's going to definitely resonate in the ACC. So he brings a lot of credibility to the ACC, and it makes the ACC more interesting to watch because of him. Being on that sideline, coaching North Carolina. Let's look at their schedule. North Carolina's schedule. So it's going to be a Tar Heel fever, at a fever pitch next season, 2025. Look at this schedule for next year. 2025, big schedule. Okay, they play TCU at home, August 30th. They play at Charlotte, Richmond, home against Richmond, at South Central Florida, at California, at North Carolina State. Interesting game right here. They play Clemson at home. So they're going to be facing Clemson. Dabo Swinney on the sideline, the other sideline, Bill Belichick on the other. Duke, Stanford, Virginia. They got like 4 games at home, 4-game stretch. Looks like maybe changes, but Clemson, Duke, Stanford, Virginia at home, at Syracuse, at Wake Forest. So they don't play Miami or Florida State. So things are gonna be sold, man. It's gonna be sellout crowds all over the place at North Carolina, home games. So TCU, that's gonna be his first game as head coach at home against TCU Blue Coats. See what happens. So that was a big deal this week, man. For Belichick becoming a head coach in college. So it's going to be his biggest challenge. But I think he's going to be up for the challenge, obviously, to win, be successful. He knows what to do. He knows how to get things done. So he knows what it takes to make it happen. that's it for that. That's it. This is some headlines for sports headlines. Let's get into that. Here comes the transfer portal stuff. Now we got transfer portal news. We got Oklahoma transfer quarterback Arnold. He's going to Auburn. So that's interesting. No surprise again. Transfer portal is definitely be off and running. You talk about people leaving, players leaving. Jackson Arnold, Oklahoma transferred to Auburn. So he's into the transfer portal again. He's a sophomore. He has 2 more seasons of eligibility. He's making a move within the SEC to help lead a turnaround the Tigers. Following a 5-7 season, in Hughes Freeze's second year. Freeze secured commitment from his top target during the official visit that began Thursday. Leaders after Arnold entered the transfer portal. The Denton, Texas native was the number 3 overall recruit in the class of 2023, the Gatorade National Player of the Year as a senior. He's the number 4 quarterback in ESPN's transfer rankings. So, again, that's the nature of the game. College basketball, college football, is that players are going to leave. They're not going to stay with one school. And this guy came from Oklahoma. Now he's going to Auburn. Think about that. Oklahoma's a big-time program. Auburn is big too, but Oklahoma's a blue blood. Even more than Auburn. Question about it. Now he's going to Auburn instead, so he's definitely going to help them out. No question. But it shows you, man, that when you talk about college football, the transfer portal, it's not going to be a challenge to these coaches. When you sign that letter of intent, don't mean that player's going to stay long term. Because he's a sophomore. He has 2 more seasons of eligibility. Now he's going to Auburn, leaving Oklahoma to go to Auburn. I'm saying that's amazing. He served as Dylan Gable's backup during his freshman season. Arnold took over. And so he quarterback ahead of this Alamo Bowl loss to Arizona last December. This season he had 1,421 passing yards, 444 rushing yards, 15 total touchdowns, with 3 interceptions. One of the challenging season for the quarterback, and it was a challenging season. They had 6-6 record. This is their first year in the SEC. It was 2-6 in conference games. Arnold was benched by the coach, rightly so. He had 3 first half 2 years against Tennessee. So, like I said, I mean, that's the thing about this game. Football, players gonna come and go. They're not gonna stay. That's the thing that Bill Belichick got to deal with. Now again, we'll see. All these guys gonna buy into what he's doing. Yes, he's a professional football coach coming from the NFL, but are they gonna still buy in to the system? Even though he's gonna try to run it like an NFL team, North Carolina, but at the same time they committed. That's the thing. Let's snooze on that. The Arnold transferring from Oklahoma to Auburn. Carson Palmer, if you remember him, he used to play with USC. Did his thing with them. He's now going to be coaching his alma mater as a head coach. Carson Palmer, if you remember him, he used to play with USC. Did his thing with them. He's now going to be coaching his alma mater. He's going to go coach his alma mater, the high school football team. His alma mater. So he's going to be coaching at Santa Margarita Catholic High School in Orange County, California. That's going to make his hiring official on Friday. He played Santa Margarita in the late 90s. He led the Eagles to executive championship. So he's going to be coaching his alma mater. He's going to be coaching. So congrats to him for coaching, being able to coach. See what happens with that, how he does with that. Was getting into coaching. Who else? Yeah, gotta talk about Juan Soto. Gotta talk about him. Juan Soto signed with the New York Mets, the largest contract in sports history. Obviously, that was a big deal this week. Coming into this week, he's the richest player ever in the history of sports. They signed a 15-year, $765 million contract. Yeah, 15 years, 765. So that's the largest contract ever. So now, what the Nets did was huge because they took him away from the Yankees, and that's the thing that was major to see something like that, because the Yankees got so much clout, they're so much they're bigger than the Mets. For them to lose him and turn him away and not be able to retain him, and then instead going to the Mets, that's huge. That's huge. So now, Juan Soto is now a New York Met. He signed the largest contract in the history of American professional sports. That has a record. You just got to live into the contract. No, he's one of the great players in this league. This is a guy that won a championship as a Washington National. He's been to 2 World Series. Went to one last year with the Yankees, lost to the Dodgers, of course. But he knows how to win. That's the thing that you gotta look at with Juan Soto. It's not like Juan Soto don't know how to win. He knows how to win. He knows what it takes to win. He knows what it takes to be great. He knows what it takes to be champion. So now he's a face of the franchise for the New York Mets. He's a face of the franchise. He's a guy that's gonna definitely be the face, and he's definitely gonna have a lot of pressure on him. He's gonna do his thing, but he can't do it all by himself. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes to complementary baseball, manufacturing runs, stuff like that. So definitely be a huge guy in the lineup. But for the Mets, obviously they went to the NLCS last year. They had a great run. They lost to the Dodgers, the eventual champions. So this is a huge upgrade for the Mets, because the fact of the matter is that you're trying to win a championship. So when you get a Juan Soto on your team, you're trying to say you want to win a championship. You want to go to the next level. You want to go and get that championship, win a World Series. So with them signing Juan Soto, they saying that they want to win. They're not satisfied with going to the National League Championship Series like they did this past season and lose to the Dodgers. They want to take it to the next level and try to upgrade the team by signing one of the best players in the game. Juan Soto's no slouch, man. He's a big-time player. He's great. He's great at what he does. When you look at his career so far, he's only 26. He has 201 home runs, 934 hits. His career batting average is 285, 592 runs batted in. He's not even established himself yet. He's established, but he's in his prime. But he has not done enough yet. He got so much to do, so many home runs to hit, so many runs to drive in, batting average. And he's been in the league since 2018. He's a 4-time All-Star, again, world champion when he was with the Washington Nationals. He's a 3-time Major League Baseball first team, a second team 1 time, 5-time Silver Slugger. That's something new to all Major League Baseball teams. They started that in 2019. That's right. So when you look at this player, this guy's caliber, he can hit for average. He won a batting championship or National League batting champion in 2020. So he can hit for average. And batting average. You know what I'm saying? And in 2020, he hit 351. So you look at his plate discipline, you know, what he does on that level, that shows what a great player he is. So when you talk about, you know, Soto, he's definitely going to bring a lot to the table with this Mets team. Mets is trying to win a championship. They're trying to go all the way. He finished 3rd in the American League MVP voting. He was the numbers last year. What did he do last year with the Yankees? How many home runs did he hit? How many RBIs did he drive in? So he had a 288 batting average, 41 home runs, 109 RBIs. He was second in the major leagues in walks, 129. So he lived up to what he was when he came to the Yankees. Hit a 3-run home run, obviously in the top of the 10th. In Game 5 of the ALCS, he gave the Yankees a 5-2 lead. That led him to win the pennant for the first time since 2009. 2009 led them to that. But they lost to the Dodgers, unfortunately. He had a terrific postseason. He hit 327 with a 469 on-base percentage, hitting 4 home runs, 9 RBIs in 14 games. So he's going to bring a lot to the Mets. He's going to bring a lot to the Mets. It's a matter of him living up to the hype, living up to what is expected of him to bring, a championship to the New York Mets. So, we'll see what happens. That's what it's about. What you do on the field, you're going to see. That was a big news this week. That was definitely big news this week about Juan Soto signed with the Mets, largest contract in history. And also, Randy Moss, former NFL player, he announced that he had cancer. He was being treated for cancer. He was now recovering from major surgery. He had a cane. He did an Instagram live, introduced himself as a cancer survivor. He thanks his prayer warriors for their support. He had a cancerous mass that was found in his bowel duct between his pancreas and liver. He had surgery to put a stent in his liver on Thanksgiving and underwent a 6-hour procedure about a week ago to remove the cancer. He was hospitalized for 6 days. He was released on Friday. So the surgery was a whipple procedure. The operation involves removing the head of the pancreas, called the small intestine, and the gallbladder, and the bowel duct. And Moss said, "I didn't think I would ever be in a position like this, as healthy as I thought I was." Moss said he will be undergoing radiation and chemotherapy, stuff like that. So that's great to see that Moss is recovering from the surgery. He said, as soon as I get back out with guys, I will be on set. Hopefully I can be with you guys soon. My goal is to get back on television with my team. And also he asked for a donation on his website, saying the money will go permanently to cancer research. Randy Moss is a cancer survivor. Congrats to him for overcoming his cancer situation. He's a cancer survivor. He's now recovered from surgery. Again, he had cancer in his bowel duct between his pancreas and liver. So he's recovering. So he's released. So he's doing good. So he's got to go through the radiation and chemotherapy. That's what it boils down to. So that's a good thing that he had a successful surgery. They removed the cancer. That's a storyline on that. So he's a cancer survivor. So that's great news to hear that he's recovering from surgery. So that's a good thing. That he's recovering. So he just gotta endure and persevere. Get back to what he does on TV with the NFL Countdown crew on Sundays. Alright, so that's it for that, man. That's it for the first half of the show. Talked a lot about, again, the college football landscape of things, playoffs, scenarios. We got history in the making this coming Friday. Notre Dame and Indiana, they're going to be playing each other in the first round of the playoffs. That's going to be history in the making. The first round matches, I'll talk about that. All the bowl games, I'll talk about that. The Heisman Trophy presentation preview. I think Travis Hunter's going to win it. Cam Ward got a chance. Aston Jeanty and Dylan Gabriel. Those are the guys that can win, but I think it's going to go to Travis Hunter of Colorado. I think he's going to win it. Talk about that, some headlines. Obviously, Bill Belichick becoming new head coach. Randy Moss, I'll talk about him. Arnold transferring from Oklahoma to Auburn. Carson Palmer becoming a new head coach as alma mater in high school, stuff like that. So I'll talk about a lot of things in the first half of the show. So I'm going to take 4 music break songs, come back for more of the Rashad Show live on Josh Scott Radio, get into the UFC fighting schedule, who's fighting today, get into the NBA. How about those Memphis Grizzlies, man? They're playing very well. They're still dealing with this NBA Cup thing. Still going on. It's going to be Las Vegas, got a couple games tonight. It's been a long journey with the NBA Cup in-season tournament. Get into that. Then get into NFL. Obviously down to the stretch run. We got, they only got like 4 more weeks left in the season. Week 15, week 16, 17. And that'd be it. Week 18, that'd be the last week of the season. So week 18. So you only got 4 more weeks left in the NFL before the playoffs start. So get into that. It took place last week. It's going to be taking place tomorrow. And close out the show. This is Rashad with the show every single Saturday afternoon from 2 o'clock p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. Only on Gyroscope Radio. Be right back.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live. You already know who this is. It's your boy Marvelous, the CEO and founder of Marvelous Water. That's right, and coming to a store near you, my own alkaline bottled water brand. If you want to look good, feel great, take better care of yourself, then go grab some of this Marvelous Water off the shelf. You can also hit me at Marvelous Water 1 on Instagram and Facebook. Also, my website, www.marvelouswaters.com. Remember, drink Marvelous Water. Change your water, change your life.
Welcome back to the 387th episode of the Rashad Mitchell Show, live John Scott Radio, 387th episode. Let's get into the second half of the show. Let's get into it for the 387th episode of the Rashad Mitchell Show. Get to the UFC fighting schedule, see who's fighting today. Get some NBA and NFL talk, and that'll be it for the show. Let's get into the UFC fighting schedule, see who's fighting today. All right, we got the welterweight main event. Main card, we got Colby Covington, 17-4 against Joaquin Buckley, 20-6. The featherweight division, we got the co-main card. We got at 10 o'clock p.m. Cub Swanson, 29-14 against Billy Quarantillo, 18-6. And we got the flyweight division, we got Mano Cape, 19-7 against Bruno Silva, who's 14-5-2 with one no decision. In the light heavyweight division, you got Victor Petrino, 11-1 against Dustin Jacoby, 19-9-1. That's at 10 o'clock. All these fights are at 10 o'clock tonight. Bantamweight division, you got Adrian Yanez, 17-5 against Daniel Marcos, 16-0, one no decision. In the light heavyweight division, you got Navarro Sterling, 5-0 against Tuka Tokos, 10-4. Got some cancellations. Here we got the women's flyweight matchup, Tracy Cortez against Miranda Maverick, that's canceled. Ian Machado Gary against Joaquin Buckley, that's canceled. And women's strawweight fight between Mackenzie Dern and Amanda Ribas, that's canceled. So that's the main card. Then to the preliminary card, we got tonight at 7 o'clock, Michael Johnson, 23-19 against Otman Azatar, 13-2. In the lightweight division, we got Joel Alvarez, 21-3 against Draker Close, 15-2-1. Featherweight division, we got Sean Woodson, 12-1-1. Fernando Padilla, 16-5. The other featherweight division matchup, we got Miles John, 15-2, one no decision. Felipe Lima, 13-1 in the season, in his career. On the women's fight division, we got Miranda Maverick against Jamie Lynn Horth. Got that matchup. Bantamweight, we got Davey Grant, 15-7 against Ramon Taveras, 10-2. And you got the women's strawweight division, got Jose Fine Knudsen, undefeated, 8-0 against Piero Rodriguez, 9-2. That's it for the landscape of what's going on in UFC fighting schedule for today. Let's move on into some NBA. National Basketball Association. Again, how about those Grizzlies of Memphis, when they're playing so well right now? They're looking really, really good. They're in second place in the Western Conference. Again, John Morant, what he's been through with suspension and stuff like that, he's definitely bringing a lot to the table when he's in that lineup, and definitely making a difference. Also, they're playing great deep, so we're going to break down Memphis. I'll start with them because they're playing very well right now. It's tied for the longest win streak right now in the Western Conference. They won 4 in a row, 9 of their last 10. 18-8. This team is a force to be reckoned with right now. They're second in the Western Conference behind OKC was 19-5. So they played well last night. They beat the Brooklyn Nets. No surprise there. Brooklyn's not that good. They beat them. Score 135-119. And also the Grizzlies leading the league in scoring. They're averaging like 122.1 points per game. So this team is a scoring machine that can't be stopped right now. Talk about, what they bring to the table on the offensive end and the defensive end. They lead the league in block shots with seven block shots. John Morant had 28 points, 10 assists. Well done scoring from the starting five, the starting lineup. Aldama, I think is his name. came off the bench. He had 20 points off the bench. But Ja Morant almost had a triple double: 28 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, 10 of 19 from the field. Desmond Bane had 21 points in the backcourt as well. So they're playing very well. They're playing like they're supposed to. John Jackson Jr., 20 points, 7 rebounds. So this team looking really, really good. You guys on the Grizzlies, man, they red hot right now. Red hot. They're looking very, very good. Other scores: the Nuggets beat the Clippers 120-98. Jamal Murray had 20 points in that game, in that matchup. The Timberwolves beat the Lakers 97-87. Lakers are 13-2 while Minnesota's 13-11. Again, no LeBron James, he's out. He's been out due to left foot soreness, also for personal reasons he's out. So Lakers not playing well on defensive end. They're allowing 113.7 points a game. Meanwhile, look at the Timberwolves. They're playing defense themselves pretty well. Recently, they held Lakers to 38.4% for the field for the third time in 4 games. The Timberwolves has failed to reach 40%. So they're playing defense. Minnesota, their past 5 wins, those one has the top 92 points. So definitely win on defensive. Pacers beat the 76ers 121-107. Philadelphia 76ers, again, they're not out of the playoff hunt. Still out. That's where you play, obviously. They're 7-16 with this loss. But Indiana's not playing well either. They're 11-15. They won last night. Tyrese Halliburton had 32 points and 11 assists. And again, Joel Embiid got hurt again. Fractured his sinus. Guys just continue to get hurt. Sinus fracture. He was struck in the face. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 17.5 minutes. Maxey had 22 points. George had 50 points. So they was back in the lineup, but all for naught, they still lost the game. So Philadelphia only had Embiid, Maxey, and George in the lineup together for more than 30 minutes once this season. That was when they beat Chicago on Sunday. So that's what they need, man. If they want to get into this run and start winning games, they gotta have those 3 guys in the lineup: George, Maxey, and Embiid. The Cavaliers beat the Wizards 115-105. No surprise there. Cleveland continue to play very well. Got the best record in basketball. Darius Garland had 24 points. Jarrett Allen had 21 points, 11 rebounds. Giving the Wizards their 18th loss in 19 games. And Cleveland's playing very good. So time will tell in the playoffs how good they really are. Also, Memphis Grizzlies last Saturday beat the Celtics 119-115. That was a big win, going on the road and winning. No, excuse me, 127-121. 127-121. They snapped a 10-game losing streak in Boston. That was a big win. Ja Morant had 32 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. Looking very good. Again, when he's in that lineup, man, he's definitely a difference maker for the Grizzlies. And you see it, obviously coming from the suspension we dealt with off the field. Of course, you see the difference that he makes when he's in that lineup. He's playing at a high level. So, see what happens as we move forward, as they continue to have success. Again, they're second in the Western Conference right now. Second in the Western Conference. We gotta keep eyes on that as far as that is concerned. Yep, so that's the storyline on that. Again, if he keeps playing well, maybe he should be considered for comeback player of the year. And since I know he's been suspended, dealing with the stuff that he's dealing with, Ja Morant, with suspensions, being suspended, stuff that's going on off the court, stuff like that, those kind of things, being suspended for 25 games, and all this other stuff. But the way he's playing, man, may be considered for comeback player of the year. Also, he had no injury season, surgery on the right shoulder, stuff like that. We'll see. That's it for that. As far as that's concerned, let's get into the standings. Cleveland has a 2024 record, the best in the league. Boston's 20-5 when you have game out. Orlando 17-10, Knicks 15-10, Miami 13-10, Milwaukee 13-11, Atlanta's 14-12. So we got 7 teams in the East with winning records as of right now. In Western Conference, we got about 11 teams with winning records. OKC's 19-5, but they're not far behind them is Memphis, they're 18-8. Houston 17-8. They playing very good basketball. 16-9, Dallas 14-10, Golden State. Denver's 13-10, Minnesota 13-11. They tied with Phoenix for the same record. Clippers 14-12, Lakers 13-12, and San Antonio is 13-12. That's it. Let's look at the stats. Giannis Antetokounmpo leads the league in scoring, 32.7. Trae Young is averaging 12.2 assists. That's the most in the league right now. Best assist man in the game. 3-pointers made, LaMelo Ball 4.7. But defensively, Karl-Anthony Towns leads the league in rebounding, 13.6. Wembanyama of San Antonio leads the league in blocks, 2.3. And Dyson Daniels leads the league in steals with three steals. Dyson Daniels. All right. Look at the team stats. Memphis Grizzlies the leading league in scoring, 122.6 points a game. That's number one. They're number one in the league. That's the reason why, again, when you guys playing good basketball like they're playing, because you're doing it on an offensive end, as well as defensive. We're going to get into that pretty shortly. Field goal percentage, they are fourth. They're 49% shooting from the field. Doing their thing for his field goal percentage, so they shoot well from the field. Also, they're fourth in points differential, plus 9 points differential, so they're fourth in the league in that area. Rebounding, they're up there with the best rebounding teams in the league. They're only behind Golden State and Houston. They're averaging 47.7 rebounds a game. And the block shots, I thought they were averaging 7 block shots a game, but it's down to 6.8. So they're doing it on the defensive end. They're playing defense. When you're blocking shots like that, it means you're defending very well. You're going after guys, you're going hard at them, you're playing great defense, you're defending the paint, you're doing all you can to just block shots. They're averaging 6.8 block shots a game. So they're doing it on the defensive end. That's why they're so good right now. Because what they're doing on the defensive end as well as the offensive end. That's it for the NBA recap of things. Let's get into the National Football League. Again, we down to the stretch, man. We only got 4 more weeks left in the National Football League. Unfortunately, before this playoff run to the Super Bowl starts, we got Week 15 coming up. It started this past week with the Rams beating the 49ers 12-6. There's a lot of controversy in that situation where one of the players, Campbell, decided to walk off the field and leave as the 49ers lost 12-6. That's it for San Francisco. They reigned as NFC champions, given the Super Bowl last year. It's over for them. They're 6-8. They lost 12-6. It's been a tough year. There's been a lot of injuries. Whether it be McCaffrey, Kittle, Ayuk, whoever it is, concerned. There's been a lot of injuries. When you look at this matchup, it's what happened to Devondre Campbell. I never heard of this guy. The way he quit on the team, basically, he walked out off the field and went back into the locker room. And that was a huge story after the game was over. During the game, honestly, he had lost the starting role when Greenlaw returned, refused to enter the game in the second half. So I don't understand why. Dre Greenlaw is a big time player. He returned for the first time since tearing his Achilles tendon in the Super Bowl last year. He had 8 tackles in the first half, but played sparingly in the second half. This is Devondre Campbell. I never heard of this guy. 31 years old. Been in the league for a long time. I don't know if he started with the 49ers. Probably should have played with another team. Yeah, he was drafted by Atlanta in 2016 out of Minnesota. This is his 9th season. Played 4 seasons with Atlanta, 1 season with Cardinals, 3 seasons with the Packers. Now he's with the 49ers. This is the 14th. You walk off the field because Greenlaw came back. That's not good. That's good, not good for the team. Again, it just shows you that if you're all by yourself, you're not in it for your guys to ride and die with your teammates. And for him to leave and walk off the field in the second half, because he lost his starting role to Greenlaw, who knows the reason why. But just not. That was a big, huge situation during that game. And after the game, there were comments that were made. One of them was by George Kittle. He said, "Never been around someone who quits on a team." So that's what he felt. And rightfully so. I mean, when you refuse to come back to the game in the second half, this is a close game. Who knows the reason? His motive. But that's just not a good look for Campbell just to leave and walk off the field. Not come back and fight for your team. It's been a tumultuous season for the San Francisco 49ers. A team that had a lot of high expectations, that has been in 2 Super Bowls in recent years and made it to conference championships and stuff like that. It's just the wear and tear is taking its toll. But when you have this nonsense with Devondre Campbell, you're a veteran. You're not a young player. You're a veteran. And you leave, walk off the field. Come on, you can't do that. He was into the game in the second half. Just he definitely put on his team. So anyway, give credit to the Rams. They won this game in 12-6. They only need 4 field goals to win this game. There's no touchdowns that was scored in this game for both teams. So Kyron Williams had 108 yards rushing, 29 carries. Kua had 97 yards receiving. So the Rams are still in the hunt for the division. They're still right there. They're 8-6 right now. Look at the NFC West. Yeah, they're right there, 8-6. So Seattle, tomorrow they play the Packers. So if Seattle loses to the Packers, they go 8-6. I don't know who has a tiebreaker in this situation. See, right now Seattle's 3-2 in the division, 4-4 in the conference. The Rams are 5-5 in the conference. So let's say Seattle loses to the Packers, they go 4-5. They have a tiebreaker for its conference groups. Division-wise, 3-2 Seattle, 3-1 Rams. They have the big tiebreaker in the division as well. So got a long way to go, but that'll be a big for the Rams to have Seattle lose tomorrow night against the Packers. That's a big game. Packers are 9-4 on the season against Seattle. So that was a big win for the Rams. Either way, that was a big win. All right, so let's continue on. That was the beginning of week 15, 12-6 win for the Rams. Let's go back to week 14. Obviously, Lions beat the Packers 34-31 on Thursday night. That was a big win for them. See, let's start with the Vikings, man. The Vikings, this Sam Darnold's definitely having a great year, man. Excellent year. 347 yards passing, 5 touchdown passes. He definitely has truly resurrected his career. When you talk about coming to Minnesota, this guy's a journeyman. He's been on various teams. Sometimes you gotta get to the right team to be the perfect fit to make your talents flourish. And he has 28 touchdowns on the season, 10 interceptions, doing 3,299 yards. This guy's been amazing. They possibly throw for 4,000 yards at the season ends. By season end. So they're playing very well right now. They won 5th straight. And he's trying to stay in contention with that in that NFC North. Try to win that division. Maybe a possible number 1 seed. But this dude is playing great, Sam Darnold. This is where he's come from. Being drafted by the Jets. Carolina. Played with them. 49ers and now the Vikings. This 14 where he's playing at a high level. Best season of his career. But he can't continue to do that consistently. That's the key. Obviously, they're playing for something. He's definitely got to step up in the playoffs because they're definitely a playoff team. 11-2 right now as they beat Atlanta 42-21. Big time games for the receivers. Jordan Addison, 8 catches, 133 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had the hat trick, 3 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, maybe the best receiver in the league, 7 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. So they got a strong running game. Aaron Jones, 73 yards rushing and a touchdown. So this offense is definitely tough to deal with. Time postseason comes, so that was a big win for them. Eagles barely beat the Panthers 22-16. Maybe a trap game, maybe they was looking ahead. Obviously, there was some frustration going on with the passing game. With the Eagles, that's a lot to deal with that. But they won a night straight. But the thing is, they're playing well for us running the football. Saquon Barkley, I know he had another 100-yard game. See, 124 yards rushing. Again, to me, it don't matter how many yards you throw in a football game. If you feel that, because when you're playing so well, you run the football well with Barkley and Hurts, especially with Barkley, and you're playing great. Hurts could throw for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, as long as they're winning, as long as they're getting great running attempts, running yards from Barkley. That's all that matters, because that's what it's about. It's about winning. It's not about stats. Yes, they're struggling offensively in the past offense, but so what? They're winning. They're winning. They got a chance to beat the Steelers tomorrow. That's going to be a very interesting game. Battle of Pennsylvania, maybe a possible Super Bowl preview. But they're going to be also how they're playing well in the passing game. Dolphins beat the Jets 32-26. Big win for the Seahawks. They beat the Cardinals. Got for the top of the NFC West division. Rashad Barnett ran for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Seahawks, NFC West leading Seahawks beat the Cardinals. They go to 8-5, so that was a big win for them to separate themselves from the Cardinals. Now all they got to do is the Rams, because the Rams right now are 8-6. Seattle's 8-5. They played a big game tomorrow night on Sunday Night Football against the Packers. So then the shootout, the Rams snapped the 7-game win streak of the Bills last Sunday, winning 44-42. Despite Josh Allen's exploits, set an NFL mark with 3 touchdown passes and 3 touchdown runs. They was able to overcome that and withstand that, and the Rams won a big game, 44-42, snapping the Buffalo Bills 7-game winning streak. And now the Rams are still in the hunt for the division. Big time game from Stafford, 320 yards. Chicken the Pure had 6 receipts, 9 catches, 12 catches, 162 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp had 5 catches for 92 yards and 1 touchdown. If the Rams get into the playoffs, they can be a very dangerous team. Stafford is a borderline Hall of Famer. Make Casey is a Hall of Famer. Got strong running game with Kyren Williams. Got McCure, big time receiver. Cooper Kupp, big time receiver. I'm saying this team could be dangerous. Got big time coaching, Sean McVay. Watch out for the Rams, man. If they get into the postseason, they can be dangerous. And then they got the Chiefs. Once again, find ways to win these one-score games. They're vulnerable, but they just find a way to win these one-score games, man. It's amazing. 12-1. They beat the Chargers 19-17. And the thing about the Chiefs, they won the second consecutive game where they scored the same amount of points. Again, like they did against the Raiders. 19-17 against the Raiders. 19-17 again against the Chargers. And they also clinched their 9th straight AFC West title. So this team is continuing to win AFC West titles next consecutive season. Got another division championship under their belt. They are beatable. Just gotta beat them. Simple as that. They're not unbeatable. They're not invincible. Despite the existence of DeAndre Hopkins, they still have not been that explosive on offense. Think about that. They have not been blowing teams out. They're not being high scoring, not high powering offense. They're not dominant on offense like they used to be. DeAndre Hopkins only had 4 catches for 32 yards. Did score a touchdown, but he's not lighting it up. Kelsey has not had a great year. He's caught a lot of passes. 80 catches, 682 yards, 2 touchdowns, but this is not his typical year. Now that's a lot of catches, 80 receiving yards, 80 receptions, 80 catches. You may have possibly 100 catches before the season ends. You got 4 more games to go. But this team is definitely vulnerable. It's just that when you play a team like the Chiefs, can you do all you can to knock them off? You gotta play 60 minutes. You gotta play great defense. You gotta take advantage of the opportunities to knock this guy off. This Mahomes. He's dangerous. You know what it takes to get it done in clutch situations, but they all beat him. This guy beat him. Simple as that. As they win 19-17 on a field goal to win the game. It's like a bank shot field goal. The kick actually hit the goal post, doinked it. It's like a doink and went right in off the left upright, bounced off inside the uprights, and they win. So it's the 15th straight win that the Chiefs have won a one-score game over the past 2 seasons. They've shown that they know how to get it done. They don't panic in those situations because they've been there before. Patrick Mahomes is a master at knowing how to win and get it done in a 2-minute drill. But you gotta get after him. You gotta get sacked. You gotta blitz him. You gotta do something. Because that drive that he had, that last drive, was a 4.5-minute drive instead of the game-winning field goal. So if you're the Chargers, you gotta find a way to get after them. So it is what it is. So the Chiefs have now had 3 different kickers make a game-winning field goal as time expired this season. No other team in NFL history has had more than 1 kicker do so in a single season. That's an interesting stat right there. And the Bengals beat the Cowboys 27-20. Big time season for Joe Burrow. I mean, Cincinnati may have a shot at the playoffs, but Burrow and Chase may be the best quarterback wide receiver combo in the league right now. They may not even get to the playoffs. Because you look at what they did to Dallas, Joe Burrow had a great game, 369 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes, 1 interception. Jamar Chase may be the best receiver in the league. You make case he's the best receiver in the league. When you look at the numbers they put up against Dallas, their defense, their pass defense, he had 14 catches, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is incredible. Incredible. And then when you look at Joe Burrow, he's thrown 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,706 yards. He could be an MVP candidate, but due to the fact that he got a losing record, he may not even be in consideration. They may give to Josh Allen or Saquon Barkley, but you look at these numbers that Burrow is putting up, he's playing like an MVP. I mean, bad thing is that the difference is they're not playing good football. They're 5-8, 3 games under 500. So this guy's definitely handling his business. And then you look at Jamar Chase, look at his numbers. I mean, 24 years old, big time receiver. He's number 1 in all categories, the major categories. Number 1 in receptions, 93. Number 1 in receiving yards, 1,319. Number 1 in touchdown catches. Touchdown receptions, 15. All number 1. He's the best receiver this year. By far. Look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. He's the best receiver this year. Than Jamar Chase. So they beat the Cowboys 27-20. So that's it for that. Let's look at my picks of the week for last week. See how I did. Last week I was 4-1. I picked the Eagles over the Panthers, Steelers over the Browns. I picked the Bills over the Rams. I was wrong about that one. That was the only game I got wrong. I was right with the Seahawks over the Cardinals, and I was right with the Vikings over the Falcons. So I was 4-1. So overall, I'm 52-18. Picks of the week, 52-18. So let's fast forward to week 15. Tomorrow's game got some pretty good games, man. Pretty good games. Texas over the Dolphins. I got that matchup. Got the Broncos over the Colts. The Lions over the Bills. That could be a possible Super Bowl preview. The Bills and the Lions. The Eagles and the Steelers. That could be another possible Super Bowl preview. Keep your eyes on those 2 games. The Chargers over the Buccaneers. I got Chargers over the Buccaneers, Eagles over the Steelers, Lions over the Bills, Broncos over the Colts, and Texas over the Dolphins. Those are my picks of the week. All right. Now it's time to get into the breakdown of these matchups. What to know about these matchups and stuff like that. Let's get into it. Right, let's look into the Chiefs and the Browns matchup. Keep your eyes on this game. It'll be interesting game, man. The Browns, they got nothing to lose. If you're the Browns, you got nothing to lose. You're 3-10. You're out of playoff point. All the pressure's on the Chiefs to try to maintain the number one seed in the AFC. So when you look at if you're the Browns, all you gotta do is make sure you don't turn the ball over James Winston. James Winston's done his thing at times, but the thing about him, he's throwing a lot of interceptions. 9 interceptions this season, 13 touchdowns. But he can definitely give away the ball. Going against this guy, he had 2 interceptions last week against Pittsburgh. Against the Denver Broncos, he threw 3 interceptions. So he can throw the ball away, give it away. He's definitely capable of doing that. James Winston. But if you're the Browns, you got no pressure. The thing that you can do against the Chiefs is get after the quarterback with Myles Garrett, the reigning defensive player of the year. Why is that? Because Patrick Mahomes has been sacked 13 times the past 3 games. Already more times than ever in a season. 35 times he's been sacked this year. His previous high was 28. He was sacked that many times. You can get after him. That's what the Browns got to do. This game's in Cleveland. So it's going to be very cold. Again, Chiefs used to cold, so I don't think it's going to be a factor. But either way, Myles Garrett has to be a dominant force against that Chiefs offensive line. Gotta be dominant. That's all I gotta say about that. Stat knows that Browns wide receiver Jerry Jeudy has 50 plus receiving yards in 6 consecutive games, which is the longest of his career. All right, next game. This is not a great game. Possible opportunities for the Bengals to get into the playoffs. They're 5-8. I think they gotta just win out. As far as that is concerned, they gotta win out. They have to win the rest of their games to be the Bengals. This is an interesting game, not a great game. Interesting if you are a Bengals fan. When you look at Joe Burrow, he's going up against one of the best defensive linemen in the league, who's done a great job against Cincinnati. Simmons has 3.5 sacks, 10 pressures in 3 career games against the Bengals. Jeffrey Simmons. That's he's giving Burrow a lot of trouble in his career. Jeffrey Simmons. This guy is a first-round pick number 19 overall. He's played his whole career with Tennessee. This guy's definitely a force against when he faces Joe Burrow. That's the kind of player he is. He knows how to get it done. We talk about defensive linemen. Okay, so that's what you keep your eyes on. Jeffrey Simmons against Joe Burrow in tomorrow's game. And the thing about the defense of Tennessee, they one of the best defenses. Was the pass defense. Their pass defense is tops in the league. So keep your eyes on that. Because Jamar Chase again, he leads all wide receivers in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. But you're going against a defense that is number 1 in the league. They only allow 175.5 yards per game. So keep your eyes on rookie cornerback Jarvis Brown-Lee, rookie Jarvis Brown-Lee Jr. going against Jamar Chase. Stat knows that the Titans lost to the Jaguars last Sunday, clinched their 3rd straight season with 10 or more losses. It's the first time the franchise has done that since 1983 to 1986 when it was the Houston Texans, Houston Oilers. Commanders and the Saints. Not a great game, but a big game for the Commanders. 8-5, trying to get into the playoff hunt. So keep your eyes on that. Maybe a long shot for the Saints to get into the playoffs. But Stat knows that the Saints running back Alvin Kamara, 62 rushing yards, reaching his first 1,000-yard rushing season of his career, which is shocking because he's been in the league for a long time. He has 938 yards rushing. 29 years old. I'm shocked that he never had 1,000-yard season. Let's look at his stats in his career. Yeah, he never had 1,000 yards rushing. in his career. The most yards he ever ran for back in 2020, 932. He had 16 touchdowns. Kind of underrated of Kamara. I think he'd get 1,000 yards this season. He needs 62 yards to do it, though. I think he'd get it against Washington. Right, the Ravens and the Giants. Not a great game, terrible game. One thing you can say about this game is the running game of the Ravens should have a field day against the Giants rushing defense. Because the Giants have given up 4.9 yards to carry on the season. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the Baltimore Ravens, they averaging 5.72 yards per rush attempt. That's second best in NFL history going back to 1963 Cleveland Browns. So keep your eyes on a steady diet of Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running that football behind that rock against the Giants' vulnerable, gullible defense on the run as far as running game is concerned. Keep your eyes on that. They're going to definitely attack that run defense of the Giants and pound that rock and just wear them down. The Giants are going to be starting Tommy DeVito this week. Now, you may have a shot against the Baltimore Ravens pass defense because they are 32nd in the league in pass defense. Baltimore is allowing 264.9 passing yards per game this season, so see what happens with that. And Drew Lock is out because of his heel injury. Seth knows that Lamar Jackson, quarterback of the Ravens, has 29 passing touchdowns this season. That's second most in the NFL behind Joe Burrow's 33, and already has his most since 36 in his unanimous MVP season in 2018. Let's get to the Cowboys and the Panthers. Slim chance for the Cowboys to get into the playoff chase. They're not out of it, but a loss will mean that they'll be out of it. They'll definitely be out of it. They get that ninth loss, the Cowboys. So see what happens. Also, surprisingly, the Panthers are favored for the first time in 34 games. They are favored against the Cowboys. So the Cowboys are the underdogs. Despite having a 5-8 record, the Panthers are 3-10. But the 3-10 Panthers are favored. So that's amazing. They hit favorites in this matchup. Well, see, they're the favorite. Yep, favored by 3 points. Right, the stat we know is that the Cowboys and Panthers have two of the worst rushing defenses in the NFL. Carolina ranks last in rushing yards, allowing per game 170.1. Dallas ranks 30th, 141.9. Jets and the Jaguars. This is a terrible game. This is a bad season for the Jaguars. A very bad unachievement season for the Jets, obviously, even more with Aaron Rodgers. Again, you fire Robert Saleh, make a trade for Devontae Adams, do all these kind of moves and don't mean anything. Now, they played well last week against the Dolphins. Aaron Rodgers threw for 339 yards. So they have scored 74 points in the past 3 games. Now, they may have a chance to do big things as the Jaguars defense because they're allowing a league high 391 yards per game. But they play a lot of man-to-man coverage. That causes no problems for the Jets, so we'll see what happens. Stat knows that the Jaguars defense ranks last in yards allowed per game, 296.1. That's on pace to be Jacksonville's second highest yards per game allowed through a season in franchise history. This is a very good game right here. Dolphins still got a chance against us postseason. They play at Houston Texans. 8-5 right now. Keep your eyes on the turnover battle. Houston's defense intercepts passes at the second highest rate in the NFL at 3.72%, while Miami, on the other hand, has thrown interceptions out just 1.1% of its pass attempts this season, fourth lowest rate in the league. Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, has thrown 11 touchdowns to 0 interceptions in his past 4 games, and has a 15-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio in 7 games since return from injury reserve. For the Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud, he's had the second most dropback, 252, against 2 splits coverage. Dolphins run split safety looks on 47% for opposing quarterback dropbacks. That could be a problem for Stroud because he has a QBR of 36 when facing split safety coverages, completing 63% of his passes with 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. So keep your eyes on that. Seth knows that Tagovailoa has completed 70% or more of his passes in 7 straight games, which is the longest streak in Dolphins history. It's tied for the second longest in the season. Only Joe Montana has the longest streak since this was first track in 1933. So keep your eyes on that game. This is a very good game, Texas versus Dolphins. Miami versus Texas Houston. That's gonna be a good game. There's another good game right here. The Colts and the Broncos. Sunday's game is a massive. It's a big game for the Colts because the Broncos are the primary challenger for the final AFC wild card spot. So keep your eyes on this game. It's a big game right here. Side note: the Colts have the second easiest remaining schedule of any team in the NFL. Only the Falcons have an easier finishing slate. In the Broncos, chance at the playoffs increases to 92% for the win. It will decrease with 50% for the loss. Colts, on the other hand, odds at the postseason will decline to 53% for the win and 46% for the loss. Now, this definitely could be a possible Super Bowl preview. The 10-3 Bills against the Lions at 12-1. Keep your eyes on the Bills. How do they rebound from a bad performance on the defensive end? Because they give up 44 points. They give up 11 of 15 on third down conversions. How do they bounce back? Now they're going to be even more challenged against this Lions offense because they're the best high-scoring offense in the league. They're averaging 32.1 points per game. So keep your eyes on that. Set knows that the Bills have scored 30-plus points in 7 straight games, which is the longest streak in franchise history, one shot of the longest in NFL history. Got another Super Bowl possible preview, the Battle of Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh Steelers 10-3 against the Eagles 11-2 at 4:25 p.m. It's going to come down to the Steelers' rushing defense versus the Eagles' rushing offense. Simple as that. The trenches. War in the trenches. Who's going to be dominant in the line of scrimmage or as offensive line, defensive line? The offensive line of the Eagles is the defensive line of the Steelers. Why is that? The Steelers are top 5 in rushing defense. They're only allowing 91.5 points to the 91.5 yards per game. You're going against the leading rusher, Saquon Barkley, who's leading the league in rushing, number 1, 1,623. So that's going to be you keep your eyes on when you watch this game. Obviously, common sense. In the trenches. Steelers rushing defense, top 5, allowing 91.5 yards per game. Going against Saquon Barkley, who's number 1 in rushing. Leading rusher, 1,623. That's what you got to keep your eyes on. Also, on the flip side, look at the offensive line of Pittsburgh Steelers. Their young offensive line will be dealing with 2 defensive tackles extraordinaires like Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Keep your eyes on that. Now, obviously, the Eagles have been slumping. You know, a lot of drama with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, which is nonsense because they're winning. But they are last in the NFL in passing attempts, 31st in passing yards. And we'll see what they do against Steelers pass defense. Set knows that the Steelers have lost 10 consecutive road games versus the Eagles, dating back to 1965. That's tied for their longest road losing streak against a single opponent in franchise history. That's a very interesting stat. Keep your eyes on that. Can they finally snap the losing streak of 10 at the Eagles? Patriots and the Cardinals. Not a great game, but a big game for the Cardinals. They're trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. The thing about the Cardinals, they got no chance to break out or their red zone slump. On the past 3 games, all losses in 18%, 18.2% rate in the red zone. They have not played well. When they lose, but when they win, the first 10 games, it's 63.3% in the red zone. They play better. But when you look at the Patriots defense, they don't play well in the red zone. Defensively, they are 21st in red zone defense, allowing a rate of 60.9%. Now, set note the Cardinals have lost 3 games in a row. Week 12 to week 14 after a 4-game winning streak. During that span, 15.3 points per game is ranked 29th in the league. Another great game right here. Buccaneers 7-6 against the Chargers 8-5. Buccaneers have won 3 straight to get to 7-6. They move ahead to the Falcons into first place in the NFC South. This is arguably their toughest remaining opponent. It's the only one with a winning record. And we look at the Chargers are big time on defense. So it's going to be a challenge for the Baker Mayfield in this offense. Chargers defense allows a league low 15.9 points per game, and only giving up 15 passing touchdowns this season. It's interesting to see if Justin Herbert's going to face that high right ankle sprain, then with another ankle sprain this week. See if he plays. See about that. So I know that the Buccaneers are riding a 3-game winning streak after losing 4 straight from week 7 to week 10. They've rushed for at least 150 yards in all 3 games, which is tied for the longest streak in franchise history. What's at stake? The Buccaneers hold a 1-game lead over the Falcons in the NFC South. Their chance to win the division title will increase to 87% to win, or 4 to 63% for loss. And you got a great nightcap of the game tomorrow night. Packers and the Seahawks, 9-4 Packers versus 8-5 Seahawks. Keep your eyes on Josh Jacobs, the running back of the Packers. He's had a great history against the Seahawks. In 2022, last time Jacobs played against Seahawks, he had a total of 303 yards from scrimmage, 229 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns in the overtime. Now he has 11 rushing touchdowns now against the Packers, including 7 over the past 3 games, tied for the second most in a 3-game span in the Packers' history. So the Seahawks have allowed 4.7 yards per carry, and 6 teams have allowed more per carry this season. They have given up just 10 rushing touchdowns this season. That's 7 fewest. Keep your eyes on that. Also look at the offensive line of the Seahawks. Had the best performance last week as far as run blocking, having 176 yards rushing behind this offensive line. The group allowed only 2 quarterback hits and 16.7% pressure rate. So they did a great job of not allowing that many sacks. They did not allow a sack for the first time of the season, so they didn't give up a sack last week. So they did a great job not allowing that many hits on the quarterback, but they don't know a sack. So keep your eyes on that. They do the same against the Packers. Now, side note, the Packers have not lost to a team outside of their division since week 1 against the Eagles. Packers have all but secured a spot in this playoffs with 99% odds. The Seahawks can improve their chance to 73% with a win, chance for 45% with a loss. See what happens. All right, next. We got 2 games on Monday night. 2 games. 8 o'clock p.m. We got the Bears and the Vikings. Obviously, it's a big game for the Vikings. 11-2. Trying to stay in contention with the number 1 seed. Trying to hand advance in that division behind Detroit. The Bears are just struggling right now. You had a strong performance against the Vikings in week 12. You had a pretty good performance against the Blitz. 9-12, 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. See what he does this time. Sutton knows that the wide receiver of the Vikings, Justin Jefferson, had 132 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns in week 14 against the Falcons. He has never had back-to-back games with multiple receiving touchdowns in this game. And we got the other game, the Falcons and the Raiders on Monday night. Keep your eyes on the Falcons will try to establish the winning game early. Atlanta is one of only 2 teams in the NFL with 2 running backs like Bajan Robinson and Tyler Ellinger exceeding plus 7 rushing yards over expected on design runs. The Raiders have allowed the second most rushing yards over expected on design runs, plus 213 this season. Set knows that the Falcons' 4-game losing streak is their longest since 2022. They haven't lost 5 straight since 2020. Right, so that's it, man. That's it for look at the NFL. I'm done for the day. That's it for the day. Hope you enjoyed today's show. For episode number 387 of the Rashad Show live on Gyroscope Radio. Hope you enjoy everything I talked about today. For episode number 387. Got into a lot of college football playoff situations, as well as concerned for the college football playoff scenario. We're all set next week. History in the making, Indiana versus Notre Dame on Friday. This coming Friday. We got 3 games this next Saturday. So I went over that. Right now, currently, before I get off the air, Navy is beating number 22 Army 7-9. Just look at the bowl game, the Celebration Bowl. Jackson State is beating South Carolina State 28-7. Look like they're gonna win. Yeah, they're gonna win this game. Yeah, with 134 to go in the fourth quarter, they're gonna definitely win that game. All right, so let's talk a lot about that. Bill Belichick became new head coach of North Carolina. He already has a big time recruit going to North Carolina, Bryce Baker. So he's gonna be going to North Carolina. And his business with that. So you got that. I talked about that. Juan Soto signed the largest contract in sports history with the Mets. 15 years, $765 million for the Mets. So you go from the Yankees to the Mets. Talk about that. I talked about a lot of stuff. Randy Moss is diagnosed with cancer, like he's recovering from that. He had no surgery on his bile duct, something like that, his liver. He had a cancer diagnosis, he had surgery. So he's dealing with that situation, the pancreas and the liver. So he used to say he's a cancer survivor some trying times, but we made it through. So that's a good thing that he made it through that. So congrats to him. That he's a good to recover from the surgery and stuff like that. Things of that nature. So I talked about that. So a lot of things in the first half of the show. In the second half, obviously UFC fighting schedule. You also talk about the NBA and also the NFL. So that's it for the show, man. Hopefully you enjoy everything I talked about from top to bottom, all of the above. This concludes episode number 387 of the Rashad Show, Lounge.com Radio. Like, thank you, my friends. As always, we're down the fort, great studios of Rachel Park, New Jersey, in the control room. I'm your host, Rashad Mitchell. Until then, talk to you next time, next afternoon, live on your Job Scope Radio.